What are the tips and products you need to lash weak natural lashes? We'll be answering that question in today's video, so without further ado, let's get into it. We have all likely experienced weak natural lashes in our careers, and these kinds of lashes are not always easy to work on. But with the right tools and products, we can give them a beautiful set in a timely manner. First, you want to make sure that you have a good fine tip isolation tweezer. I always gravitate towards our Sunset Ultra because not only does it have a really nice curvature to work around features such as the brow bone, but also it has a nice fine tip, which makes it easy to maneuver around short and fine natural lashes. And if you ever find that you struggle with a certain part of the eye, maybe it's the inner corner or the outer corner, you can always switch out your isolation tweezer as well. Maybe you gravitate towards something else for accessing those really short, fine lashes. So don't be afraid to switch out your tweezer if you ever need to. You can also use isolation hacks as well, like using the iPad isolation technique to just section out certain parts of the eye and also isolate the bottom layer. The bottom layer is filled with fine, short natural lashes. At least for me, I've experienced that. So it's a great idea to use the iPad isolation technique to pull back those lashes, and they will basically isolate themselves. Next up, you want to make sure that you are using appropriate diameters and lengths. If you are doing a classic set on a client with weak natural lashes, it's a really good idea to have 0.10s and 0.12s on hand because anything higher than that is usually a little bit too heavy for the client. We actually did a full set of light diameter classic lashes on one of my models. I'll link it up here for you to check out after this video. If you are a pre-made fan volume artist, then this is a great reason to have lower dimensions on hand as well, such as 3Ds and 4Ds. Even for classic sets, you can just throw in a couple of 3Ds in some sparse areas just to add some fullness. So it's a great option to have lighter dimensions as well. We have actually taken the liberty to create a chart for weak natural lashes. I'll throw it up here on the screen. Feel free to screenshot it, print it off, and keep it near your lash station and refer to it anytime. Okay, if you have made it this far already, let's do a little would you rather. Would you rather lash weak and short natural lashes, or would you rather lash blonde natural lashes for all of your clients? Let us know in the comments down below. And while you're down there, make sure you like this video and subscribe to our channel. Lashing weak natural lashes can be time consuming, and we want to make sure that we are getting as many clients in and out the door as possible in a timely manner. So a great hack for lashing as many lashes as possible while making the set still look full and beautiful is to lash in layers. So you're going to grab your iPad and you're going to do the iPad isolation technique to pull back all of those lashes and only lash that bottom layer first. This layer is definitely important to make sure it is 100% lashed because this is the layer that your client will see when they look in the mirror. So if you missed a few lashes on that bottom layer, it will be noticeable. Once you've completed that bottom layer, you're going to lash the top layer, and that is to build the shape. Once you've completed both of these layers, the lash set will look full and uniform, and you can spend the rest of your remaining time lashing that middle layer, and that'll just be a bonus. Sometimes with weaker natural lashes, we can see sparse areas along the lash line. This is a good reason to work back and forth between both eyes because say your client has a sparse area on the inner corner on this eye and then a full inner corner on this eye. You want to create balance between both the eyes, so you're going to switch up your dimensions and diameters to create balance. So you're going to create a wide stem fan to offer coverage, and you're going to angle that fan inward towards the gap. And you're going to do the same thing on the other side. So you're going to have two wide stem fans that are angled inwards towards the gap, and that will cover it. So now that we have used higher dimensions on the one side to cover the gap, when we move on to the other side that already has a lot of natural lashes in that inner corner, you're gonna bump down your dimensions because if we use the same dimensions on this side, then it will look a lot fuller. So you can use 3Ds, 4Ds, just use your discretion. You can use your inspection mirror to check on both eyes to make sure that they both are balanced and one side isn't too full. Now you might be thinking, what if it's a classic set? How am I gonna cover cover a gap in a classic set. So this is another great reason to have some mixed trays on hand and some smaller dimension pre-made fans just as a backup for these kinds of clients. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and if you have a favorite tip or product that you like to use on weaker natural lashes, go ahead and comment below. We'll see you in the next one.